Hello there. In this video, we are going to be exploring multicolored lettering, just like this. So this is a little baby sweater, like a little 12 to 18 month baby sweater. They're very popular right now as baby gifts. You put the little teeny tiny baby in the baby sweater with their name on it. And it's adorable because the baby is tiny and the sweater is kind of oversized. So I stitched this out for a friend of mine that just had a baby. And I like the multicolored letter. It just gives it a bit of whimsy and unique style to it. If I were to have done this using the lettering that's built in on my embroidery machine, it would have been a real pain in the butt. But if you just get the free version of Embrilliance, you can do it super easily. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So here I am in Embrilliance, and I am going to set up the embroidery file with the multicolored letters like the one that I stitched out on the baby sweater. So let's create a new page in Embrilliance, and I could do this in the free version of Embrilliance. Just keep that in mind, and I will link to it below so you can go ahead and download that free software. Whether you have the free version or a bunch of paid modules, you will see a button that says Create a Lettering Design. You click on it, and then you'll have access to all of the fonts that you installed. I'm going to choose one of my fonts, which is Summer Serif. I think that looks pretty cute for this design. Sporty Summer Serif. And then I'll just type out the name. And because it's a BX font, I can stretch it out without any problems. I can even distort it if I wanted to make it more extended. And then I can start to select each individual letter and change their color. So let's say we like this pink as one of the letter colors, but I want the M to be maybe, let's just say maybe a blue. Okay, I'm going to search for it and I'll accept that. Now I'm going to change the T to that blue color. And when I want to select just the individual letter, I've got to click on that green box over that letter to isolate that letter. So I'll select that and go to my color palettes because this blue is now on my color palette and say OK. And then I would just repeat the same thing. Let's say I want to make my two A's a different color. I will select one, select the color swatch, find my color, and select it, and then I will do the same thing, getting this A, grabbing my swatch, going to my palettes, and then selecting the color. Now, if I look at the stitch order, what I could do now is just save it as a PAS file, and then I could load it very easily onto my embroidery machine. But the problem is that it's not going to stitch out very efficiently. You can see here that it wants to do turquoise, then purple, then pink, then turquoise, then pink, then purple. Not a big deal if you have a multi-needle machine, but if you have a single needle machine, that's kind of a painful stitch out. If you have the paid version of Embrilliance, you will have utility and then color sort. And what you can do is you can say, yeah, I want you to reduce the number of color changes, put this in a new view, and it did do that. And this is the version that I would take over to my machine because the stitch out is much more efficient. All of the turquoise, all of the purple, and then all of the pink. So this is how I set up my multi-color letter design in Embrilliance. And like I said, you can do this in the free version of Embrilliance, so there is no reason why you shouldn't go download it. I have the links below. So I hope you found this to be useful and inspire you to make some fun multicolored names.